Morning, bloggers. We're here in Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. Sunday morning. It's about 70 degrees out here, give or take. Today we're going to do a little surf fishing. My hope for this video is to clarify everything I've been talking about in my blog. So today, I'm going to talk about our equipment. Today, we will be using an Abu Garcia 10,000i reel on a 12-foot Daiwa beef stick rod. It's got 30-pound test and 80-pound test shock leader. We will be using a chicken rig. I believe I showed you all a picture of this in my blog. We have your weight and your two hooks attached to your main line. And then for bait, we will be using frozen squid. Now I know in my blog I said I prefer using bait fish netting with the cast net right in the surf, but water's a little too cold for them right now, so they're not really running, so I guess squid's going to have to work for us for today. Alright, so what we're going to do now, we're going to bait these hooks up. What you would need is about a little piece, about like that. Wrap it around the hook. Hide the tip so it'll look just like this. That way the hook tip is not visible to the fish, and when they bite, you'll be able to set the hook and they will be hooked. The same thing. Okay, now that we got our chicken rig all baited up, water's in our condition, time to cast this sucker out there, see if we can't catch us a fish. Now we play the waiting game. This is by far the most boring part of fishing. So what we need to do now is watch the rod tip. Now, a lot of people who have never surf fished before, they will believe when the rod tip moves, it's getting a bite. In some cases that might be true, but in our case right now, it's just rocking like this. All that is the waves pushing against the fishing line. It's about a 150-yard cast, so it's out there a pretty good little ways. So when a fish bites, the rod tip will go like this. It'll be real quick, short tugs. And then you set the hook, then you could reel them in and hopefully get them onto the beach. Woo! Getting awfully hungry. Been out here since about 6 in the morning. Saw the sunrise. Watching the sunrise over the Atlantic Ocean is beautiful. So, like I always say, a true fisherman knows how his bait tastes. So, it's really chewy. Oh God. Okay. So I know not to make that mistake again. That was by far the nastiest thing. But it's like I always say, a true fisherman knows what his bait tastes like. Okay, I think we're getting our first fish of the day here. He's nibbling. Now what you want to do is you can either let it sit in your pole holder and wait till he takes it. But my personal way is to pick it up and hold the pole until he takes it. That way you can feel the initial strike. It'll feel like it'll be a short series of tugs. Depending on the type of fish, like say maybe a sea trout or a pompano, maybe that'll be short tugs. But if you were, let's say, shark fishing, it would be just one big tug, jerk your arms out of the socket. It'd feel almost like your hook is hooked to the back of a Volkswagen. So let's let him take this bait right here and hopefully we can land it. There we go. When you set the hook, you don't want to set it too hard, because if you set it too hard, you could either injure the fish or risk pulling the hook directly out of its mouth. Just a nice, brisk wrist movement. That's all you need. Doesn't have to be anything hard or anything fancy. Just like this. Ready? Like that. Now, we have a fish on here. You might. What you want to do when you reel, you want to reel down and pull back. This way, it'll allow the fish to run, and you're not putting a lot of tension on the line. And if you put too much tension on the line, friends, I'm telling you, it'll snap the line, and not only will you lose a fish, but you'll have a very angry fisherman. I've had it happen numerous times. Either I've snapped the line on a cast, or the fish bit through the line. Very tedious process. It takes a lot of patience. Well, looks like I missed him, but he did clean one of the hooks off, so that's a very good sign. About all the time we have for today. I'm going to sit out here for maybe another hour or two, because the sun's starting to get up and beach goers are starting to get here. But yeah, I'm going to sit out here for about another hour, see if I can't catch a fish, and I'll keep you all updated toward the end. So that's all the time we have. Look forward to the next blog post. Till next time, tight lines, everybody.